Hello, beautiful yogis. Ashley here, and welcome to day 24 of the 75 Hard Yoga Challenge. So today's practice is really designed to help you release tension in your hips and bring some relief to your lower back, especially if you've been sitting a lot or lifting heavy or just really feeling tight in your body lately, then this class is definitely for you. So we're gonna move through a feel-good sequence that combines deep hip openers with some gentle strength and mobility work today, all at a pace that really invites breath, space, and presence. So take what you need from this practice today and move in a way that really feels supportive, and let your mat be a place where you get to come back home to yourself. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're gonna begin lying down on your back. All right, yogis, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll meet you on your back. All right, so let's just lie down. Grabbing those knees into the chest, give yourself a hug here, flattening out your back, drawing your belly button deep to your spine. Really compressing those thighs in towards the belly. Take a deep breath. And then on your exhale, let's just release it. Feet down, knees stay bent. Let your hands rest down to your side, and then we're going to just walk those feet out, maybe as wide as your mat or maybe even a little wider. And then let that right knee collapse inward. Keep that left knee up nice and tall, and just feel that internal rotation of the hip start to stretch. Now, when we're dealing with these types of stretches, this is going to feel more like pressure rather than the sensation that like a stretch in your hamstring would create. So just be mindful. And you can give it a little bit more pressure, guiding that knee a little bit closer towards the floor if that feels good in your knee joint. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and bring that right knee back to tall, and then we're going to take that left knee, let it collapse inward, keeping that right knee towards the ceiling, giving that left side a little opportunity to let go. Let's take one more breath. Inhale and exhale, come back into center. Now let's just windshield wiper those feet. So just a little movement. You can even let both knees just collapse. So letting that outer leg fall down to the side, and just feel more of that internal and external rotation of the hips. Honestly, this one is one of my favorites for low back pain and tension. Anytime you're dealing with lower back pain or tightness, your internal and external rotation of the hips are really good for helping bring some relief to that. So they're always my go-to, this one being one of the most gentle. All right, let's go ahead and do one more on the other side, and then bring them back into center, walk those feet back in. We're gonna take that right ankle, cross it over the left, finding a figure four here. And then just drawing that knee into the chest, giving yourself a little stretch in the piriformis. And one more breath. And exhale, go ahead and take it on down. And then just push that knee away, feeling a little more of the external rotation of the hip. And exhale, release it. Let's take that left ankle, cross it over the right, push the knee away, feel that external rotation on the left side. And then inhale, we're gonna draw that right knee back into the chest and reach through, grabbing either in front of the knee or behind the knee. I personally prefer in front, but it really is just whatever you choose. Now, if your upper back and neck are also up and you're really fighting for your life in this pose, then release your foot or just grab whatever you can. You don't have to be so deep into the pose if it's not conducive to your body and your current today's practice. So, all right, let's take one more breath. And on your exhale, we're going to release it down and then just push that knee away. Again, feeling a little more of that external rotation in the hip. All right, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and release it. Give yourself a big hug. Rock side to side, giving your lower back a little massage here. And just breathe. All right, we got one more. And exhale, go ahead and drop those feet. Let's go ahead, let's bring a little bit of fire into the glutes and the hip space. So let's go ahead, walk those heels in just a little bit. Make sure that your heels are about middle finger tip from the body, so that you should be able to feel those fingertips. And then here, we're going to just turn those heels out just a little bit, roll the shoulders back, almost lifting yourself up, tucking your tail, belly button deep to the spine, groin to belly button. So activating those bandhas, lift the hip. All right, and we're gonna stay up, squeeze, inhale, and then tuck your tail on your way down. Flatten out your back, almost like you're trying to get that belly button to really touch that mat beneath you. All right, and then lift it up. Now on our next few, don't let your bottom touch the floor. Just let it hover, but get that flat back. And exhale, take it up. Inhale and exhale, let it hover. And then inhale, take it up. Two more. Round, let it hover. So hollowing out here, flattening out the back. And pick it up. We got one more. You should start to feel a little heat in those glutes and hamstrings. Let it hover. And take it up. Inhale and exhale, let it hover, and then just let it come all the way down. Relax the contraction, bring your knees back into your chest, and just rock side to side. Awesome. And cross those ankles. We're gonna roll it up, so however you need to get to your plank, we're gonna come through and kick it back. And now let's drop it down. We're gonna take tabletop here. All right, finding cat-cow from tabletop, so pushing the earth away. Draw that chin deep into your chest, hollow out the belly. And on your exhale, pull your heart through. Inhale and exhale, hollow. So how far can you push your pelvis forward? And how far can you really push the earth away? On your exhale, peel your heart through those hands. Really creating that bowl in your back, arching the spine. And on your exhale, hollow. Can you spread your shoulder blades really wide? Pulling your belly button deep to your spine. All right, exhale, last one. Pull the heart through, feel those abdominal muscles stretching right where the rib cage splits, and exhale, last one under. And then inhale, neutral tabletop. Make sure those knees are in line with the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're gonna thread that needle. Let's take that left arm nice and high here, stack those shoulders. Inhale, and on your exhale, take that left hand behind the right. Walk that right hand out just a little bit as you guide through more with that left hand. The right hand is your kickstand, push away, almost like you're trying to roll over to the back of your shoulder. And if you'd like a little extra, extend that right leg and then continue to push. And 5, drop that knee down if it's not already. Using kickstand hand to push your back to center. Recenter, restack the wrist and shoulders. Open it up, heart open towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna take that down. Let's thread that needle on the other side. Open it up. Inhale and exhale, take it through. Walk it out, guide it through a little more, drop the shoulder, peel open. And again, if you feel good, maybe straighten your left leg, push back, draw the belly in. And exhale, come back down, push, come back. Inhale and exhale, tabletop. All right, taking that right leg, extend, push into the calf. Really feel your calf stretch here. Make sure you're drawing your belly in, pushing the floor away, so no slouching in the shoulders. And then inhale, we're gonna lift that left leg up and then shift the hips back just enough to pike them up high, and then drop that left foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Settle your hips, peel your heart. Belly draws in, and then inhale, rise up. Feel the hip flexor stretch of that back leg. And then exhale, cactus. Frame the foot and just shift the hips back, maybe picking up the toes, folding over. Maybe even grabbing for that that foot, pulling the toes towards the shins, stretching out the calf a little deeper. And then on your exhale, roll it right on through, rise it on up. And then exhale, cactus, send it down. This time, point the toe as you shift your hips back for Ardha Hanumanasana, but really stretching out the top of the foot here. So the last one, we were more for the calf, and now we're more for the hamstring and the top of the foot. Feel the stretch. And then inhale, roll it up, coming back into that lunge. Settle the hips, maybe palms come together this time. Exhale, cactus, and frame that foot. Lean forward, let that back knee float, and then step it back, lower down, or lower the knees down, lower down, chaturanga modified. Roll over the shoulders, release the toes. Little baby cobra, exhale, go down. Curl the toes, inhale, push up, exhale, push back. And then inhale, roll it up, find your tabletop yet again. Tucking tail, left leg extends this time. You can reorient yourself if you're kind of getting off the mat like me. Pushing back into that heel here, stretching out the calf. Again, pulling that belly button deep and towards the spine. Pushing the floor away. And then inhale, we're gonna push into that heel, pick up the right shin, and then shift your weight back a little bit so you're getting that hip piked so you have room for the foot to step through. Drop that back knee, release those toes. Inhale, rise. Pull back. So again, we're not reaching back, so it's think back bend, lifting up and back and rather than down. All right, on your exhale, cactus, frame that foot, shift the hips back, peel the toes. Maybe even bringing those toes a little closer towards the shin as you fold, stretching out hamstring and calf. My calves are really tight today. I'm definitely feeling this one for sure. If you're one for the Stairmaster, then you know. Those are definitely hard on the calves. All right, on your exhale, come back through, come on up. Inhale, settle the hip, peel the heart. And exhale, cactus, frame the foot, shift the hips back, point that toe and fold, maybe bringing nose towards that knee or shin. And 5, exhale, come through, rise it up, last lunge, maybe this time interlace those fingers, pull up and back, get a little back bend in, and exhale, cactus, and frame that foot, pick up the back, or curl the toes, lean forward, let the back knee float, and then step it back, drop the knees, lower down, chaturanga, rise it up, little baby cobra, exhale, go down. Inhale, push up, exhale, push back, and then roll it on up. Take your down dog. We're gonna rest in down dog for 5 breaths. Press through that middle finger and thumb, wrapping armpits under, gaze to your belly button. And and 5. Inhale, gaze forward. We're going to pick up that right leg nice and high. Bring that knee deep into the chest. Step it forward. Find your crescent lunge. Rise it on up. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, and on your exhale, we're going to take a twisted crescent lunge. Look over that right shoulder. Peel your torso back just a little bit. Inhale, and on your exhale, we're going to take that left hand down, stacking shoulders. Inhale and exhale, drop the back knee. Stay stacked on the shoulders, release the back toes. Inhale, and then exhale. Go ahead and take that hand down. We're going to take some lizard lunges here. Peel the heart through. And anytime if you feel the floor is a little too far away, just utilize some blocks or a stack of textbooks or something that you can bring the floor a little closer to you. All right, heel toe that foot out as wide as your mat, exposing the sole of the foot. Push it away. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, and on your exhale, you can either seal that gap or keep that sole of the foot exposed. Maybe drop an elbow or two, taking lizard lunge. Almost there, one more breath. Really let every breath take you a little deeper into the pose and creating peace and surrenderance within it, especially if it's uncomfortable. Let's go ahead and come right on up. Curl those toes, lean forward, back knee floats. Turn that back heel and spiral open. All right, we're going to come right on up into Skandasana on the back side. Come through and back into Skandasana. Awesome. Inhale, and on your exhale, see if you can shift it to the other side. Use control or your hands down. Inhale and exhale. Let's take it right back through. And then kick that front leg back. And go ahead and bend that knee. Let's just draw some knee circles with that knee. So some little hip circles here. Opening it up. And then exhale, come back through. Bring that knee into the chest. Step it forward. Step the back foot forward. Rise it up. Take a chair pose. Settle in. Tucking tail. And exhale, hands come into prayer. Settle in. We're going to pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands come down. Figure 4, stretch. We're going to come right into eagle arm. So left arm is on top, right arm is on the bottom. Settle in. You can even stack those elbows if you'd like, or you can keep your hands in prayer. We're almost there. One more breath. And then exhale. See if you can come out of it with control, maybe moving right into dancer pose. And then exhale. See if you can come out, step it back, open it up, warrior 2. Settle into that warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Let that energy take you down. And kick it back. 3-legged dog. And drop it down. Vinyasa through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. 1 and 2. Go ahead and pick up that left leg nice and high. Bring that knee deep into the chest. Step that foot forward. Inhale, rise it on up, taking your crescent lunge. Settle into your crescent lunge. Inhale and exhale. Take your crescent lunge twist, looking over that left shoulder. Hold, pull the torso back just a little, settle into the front leg. Inhale and exhale. Right arm down, stack those shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Keep the shoulders stacked as you drop the back knee. Keep your heart open. And
Exhale, bring the hand back into center, heel toe, that foot is wide as your mat, heart peels. Settle in. And then maybe expose the sole of the foot, push the knee away, looking over the left shoulder, deepening through the hip. Breathe, finding peace in your discomfort. And then exhale, come back through. You can either keep the sole of the foot exposed, or if you want more of a challenge, then seal that gap, drop an elbow or two, lizard lunge. And then on your exhale, we're gonna come on up. Lean forward, let the back knee float, spiral the back heel. We're gonna open it up, rise it right on up, taking Skandasana to that back side. Settle in. If that back heel is up, let it be up. Really feel the stretch all along that inner thigh. And if you need to be a little higher, you can be a little higher. That toe doesn't have to come up. All right, now let's see if we can control it to the other side or bring your hands down. So can you just shift on over Skandasana to the other side? And then inhale, and on your exhale, come back through, and then kick that leg back. We're gonna draw those circles one more time on the opposite side. Releasing those hips. And if you'd like to switch those directions. And exhale, knee into the chest, pike those hips. Step the left foot forward, right foot follows. Stay down, Utkatasana chair. Tuck your tail. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer. We're gonna pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay down. We're going to take that figure forward. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. And then hands down. This time that right arm is going to be on top. Sometimes you just have to try it to see which one feels right. And again, if this is too intense, you can always just stack those elbows, reaching for the shoulders, or stay hands in prayer. One more breath, you can do it. Remember, a challenge isn't supposed to be easy. It's made for you to fail. It's made for it to be hard. But that's what's going to take you to the next level. All right, on your exhale, see if you can come out, coming right into your dancer pose. And exhale. If you lose it, you lose it. And see if you can step it back, warrior 2. Inhale and exhale, reverse. Inhale and exhale. Let the momentum take you down. Kick it back. Drop it down. This time, maybe full chaturanga, lean forward, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Heart peels. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Holding your down dog for 5 breaths, just ease at your belly button. And 5. Let's go ahead and take the gaze between those hands. Pick up that right leg really high. Find that 3-legged dog. Let that hamstring stretch. Pike those hips, knee to the chest. Really pike them, step the foot down, drop that back knee. Inhale, rise it right on up. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, come up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands in prayer, lean forward. Left arm places down, stack those shoulders. Inhale and exhale, bring your hand to your knee. Looking over that right shoulder, settle the hip in. Heel toe that foot out as wide as your mat. Let's expose that sole of the foot yet again, looking over the shoulder, the right shoulder. Now, since this is our second time through these, I want you to really see how far you've come. So how is your body shifting and changing already? How much more open do you feel already? Let's go ahead and bring those hands down and then taking your lizard lunge once more. Maybe going a little deeper, letting that knee fall to the side a little more, letting your torso settle in a little more. And then exhale, come on up. Let's just seal that gap, curl the toes, and then let that back knee float. And that way we can just walk that foot on over. We're gonna set up for pigeon pose. Inhale, drop the hip down. Now, contrary to what a lot of people try to say is that in pigeon, the shin has to be parallel to the short edge of your mat. And that is actually not true. You do not have to. The only thing you have to worry about is that knee outside of the shoulder and your hips are square. So if that heel has to come in a little more towards that hip flexor, let it. Don't worry so much about that. Be more fixated and focused on how the postures feel in your body. And I know I say that a lot, but it really is more about how the postures feel rather than what they look. How they look. We're not trying to fit our body into shapes. We are trying to open up our body, create sensations. We're here to learn lessons about how we approach ourselves and our practice. There's so much more than just getting the body into a shape. All right, so let's settle in. Now, if you want to take a little deeper, you're more than welcome to settle in even more and just really melt into the pose. And 5 on your exhale, come on up. Let's take a little bit of a twisted pigeon here. So left arm's gonna come through and then just wrap that arm around, almost like you're reaching for those toes. And maybe you do get them. Prying your heart open. Now this is a little more advanced. Skip it if you feel really challenged in it. And exhale, you can take your bind, come out of your pretzel, even if it's a little bit awkward and not so graceful. All right, let's shift those hips over to the side, and we're gonna swing that back leg on around. Let's set up for double pigeon here. Now, if you do feel like you're really tight, I know for me, this one takes me some time. It's always done that, no matter how much I practice. The knee still wants to stay up. Those hips like to stay tight. But as you start to sit here in this position, you will notice that they do start to open a little more. So maybe you just lean in and then just breathe and sending signals of safety to your body, and just remind your body that it is safe, that it's okay, it can surrender and let go. And you'll notice that when you start to melt into the pose and you just let go, you just surrender, your body starts to open. But when you're fighting and you're clenching and you're holding so tight, the body, it's like filling up a bucket with a hole in it. So just as much as you're filling it up, it's leaking right back out. Or in the case of your body, as you're starting to release the tension, you're rebuilding tension just as fast as you could release it. So let's just find a place where you can settle in. We're going to hold it for another breath or two. And then if you notice, it's going down. It's getting closer. And again, it just takes that surrenderance. All right, and then on your exhale, let's go ahead and come right on up and release it. All right, rolling onto the back, drawing those knees into the chest. We're gonna send those legs down, crossing the right leg over top of the left, and just bringing those knees in towards the torso, and then taking a cow-facing pose on your back. So you should be feeling the hip, the leg that's on top, you should be feeling that hip really start to open.
And then exhale, you can go ahead and release that down. Taking a figure 4 stretch, push the knee away, draw that knee towards your chest, stretching the hip flexor, or sorry, piriformis in a slightly different way. Exhale, go ahead and release it. Draw that right knee into your chest. Straighten your left leg long just for a moment. Exhale, switch those sides. And exhale, go ahead and cross those ankles. We're gonna roll it up, and then we're gonna take a little vinyasa here. Lower down, upward facing, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and pick up that left leg nice and high. Hold your 3-legged dog for just a breath or 2. And exhale, bring that knee deep into your chest. Pike those hips, step that foot forward, and settle down. Release it. Inhale, rise. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, hands come forward. Drop that right hand down, left arm stacks. Inhale and exhale, bring that hand to the top of the knee, push. Inhale, and on your exhale, expose, or heel toe, expose the sole of the foot and push it away. So again, since this is the second time through on this side, notice how far you've come. Any shifts or changes. And exhale, come back through and peel your heart. Maybe drop your elbow or 2. Settling even deeper into your lizard lunge. And 5 on your exhale. Let's come on up, seal that gap. And then just lean forward, let the back knee float. We're gonna heel toe that foot out, finding your pigeon pose. So settling in to your pigeon, knees outside of the shoulder, hips are square. Send that hip flexor towards the heel. Settle in, find your depth. So remember, you're just finding what feels good for you. Now, if you have to be up a little higher, be up a little higher. That's okay. Take a set of blocks, set them underneath you, or a stack of blankets, or some pillows. Something to elevate that hip if you need that extra support. Or just try to find that support within your own body and mind as you work through the pose, finding a place of acceptance. And on your exhale, come on up. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and take that right arm underneath the left, and then resting it through, maybe reaching back behind you, grabbing the toe on the other side. Prying your heart open here, so you're trying to push that shoulder back to open it up. And exhale, release your bind if you took the bind, and then come right on up. All right, shifting your hips over to the left, we're gonna sling that back leg on around, setting up for your double pigeon. Now, you wanna make sure with double pigeon that you do have those shins kind of parallel, the best of your ability.
And then leaning forward if that feels good. And just rest in your double pigeon. And breathe. We only got a few more breaths here. I'm going to sit here a little longer than the other poses because it does take the hips just that much time to start to open. And finding a place where you can really feel safe in the pose. And if any emotions start to bubble up, if you get frustrated or if anything starts to arise, do not shove it down. Let yourself experience that. Let yourself feel it. This is energy trying to get out of your body. And the more that you just create that safe space for yourself, to just experience it and breathe through it and not have any attachments to it and just treat it like it's a visitor passing through with no attachments and with no emotional charge, eventually those energies and those sensations will just melt away and will no longer be in that energetic field of yours. All right, let's go ahead and come right on out of that. There's your little inspirational, motivational talk for the day. Let's go ahead and just roll down onto our back. Draw the knee into the chest. And then exhale, take it down. We're going to take that opposite leg across and reach for those heels, taking a supta supta cow facing legs. So supine. And just feel the difference in that hip. And then on your exhale, go ahead and release it. And then take that ankle and push that away. We're going to take that figure 4 once more, but on the other side. Rock side to side. All right, on your exhale, go ahead and drop that down. Go ahead and release it. Cross those ankles. We're going to roll it over. Take another vinyasa. You can shoot it back, lower down. Chaturanga, upward facing. Downward facing dog. And then inhale. Let's go ahead and drop those knees. We're going to take frog stretch. So you're going to bring your big toes together, take your knees out wide, shift back, and then release your chest. All right, getting ready for a frog stretch. And then on your exhale, let's come right on up and just take your feet out and then slide those knees down a little more. You can drop your forearms down if that feels good, and then flex your feet if that feels okay. So think like frog legs, essentially. And then the more you start to shift your hips back, the more you start to feel those hips start to open. Now, these are fantastic. This is a fantastic stretch, especially if you are one that has low back pain or sciatica or anything like that. This pose really helps unlock those muscles in that space. If you add it in with a little rotation, golden, golden. All right, we're gonna hold it. Almost there. And then exhale to come out of this. Come out of it very carefully. Bring those toes in, almost just retracing your step. And come out, slide one knee in, and then the other one comes in along with it. Let's cross those ankles, and we're gonna roll it on back. Let's take a Baddha Konasana. Butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of the feet together, layering hands over the toes, elbows out to the side, hollow out your belly here, rounding your back. Almost as if you're trying to get your forehead to touch your toes or rest into the arches of your feet.
And 5. On your exhale, go ahead and slide those feet forward. We're gonna take diamond pose. Now you can either take your hands, layer them over, elbows out to the side, crown down towards the arches, or you can take your hands underneath here, so elbows are in for this one, and cradling those feet into the hands so those feet are a little elevated, and then the crown can come down. You can even do a hybrid, so half and half. So take a couple of breaths in one and then take a couple breaths in the other. So that way you're doing a little bit of both. So they're a little different, and you'll see. So one's going to be a little bit more for the lower back, less inner thighs, and the other one's a little bit more for the inner thighs, less low back. So. And 5 on your exhale. Let's go ahead and release it. Rise it on up and bring those feet together. Straighten the legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Awesome job. Inhale, let's just roll it right on up. Roll the shoulders back. Time we're gonna roll onto our back. A wonderful job today. Hopefully your hips are feeling nice and open and loose, helping to relieve that back pain. Rock side to side, just massaging the lower back. Feel good in the back. Proud of you for showing up, especially if you've been here for the full 24 days so far. Congratulations, that is super awesome. And if you're just jumping in, I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that you found my channel, and I hope that you continue to join me for your practice. All right, let's take a little twist here. Let's start with a gentle twist to start. Goalpost those arms or T, but you really want to make sure that those thighs are really deep in towards your chest, and then just let those knees drop to the side, and then gently gaze over that left shoulder. Deepen through your twist here. And on your exhale, draw those knees deep into the chest, and we're going to switch those sides, looking over that right shoulder. And on your exhale, come back into center and drop those feet down. All right, right leg crosses all the way over. Let's take a little deeper twist. This is our last stretch for the day. Either goalpost or T. Pick up those hips, shift them weight to the right, knees drop to the left, gaze to the right shoulder. It was a lot of lefts and rights. Hopefully you were able to keep up. And you can always really push those knees down with your left hand so you can get a deeper twist, and try to anchor your chest and shoulder. And on your exhale, tuck your tail, use your core strength, not your back muscles. Come back up into center and adjust to the other side. Okay, so left leg is on top, pick it up. Send the hips way to that left side. Knees are gonna drop to the right. Gaze to that left shoulder. The goalpost is really good to help open up in that external rotation of the shoulder. So if you're really tight there, it might not go, and so that's where the T comes in. But if you're able to, try to get that external rotation and really begin to open up a little more through the shoulder. Giving the shoulder a little love today. The hips got all of the light today, so rightfully so. It's their turn. And then on your exhale, use your core, really squeeze, come back into center. Give yourself one more big hug. And if you'd like to, I do this with all of my students in person when I teach a class, and I always tell them to practice some self-love and tell themselves something nice. So if you would like to practice that as well, it's always good to fill your own cup so your cup never runs empty. And we do this not for selfish reasons, we do this for selfless reasons, because the more full and abundant we are, then the more we have to share. So the more full of love and gratitude and compassion that you are for yourself, then the more of that you can outpour into the cups of others. So everything that we do, even if it is for ourselves, we're not doing it for ourselves alone. We're doing it for those around us, the people that we care about, and for the rest of the world. So we can continue to raise the vibration of the world through ourselves, for the world. All right, on your exhale, let's take that energy into our Shavasana. Bring those feet down. Tucking the tail, straighten your right leg. Keep the tail tucked, straighten your left leg, stay tucked, and then gently melt down into your mat. Finding your final resting pose, the most important posture of the entire practice. Enjoy your stillness. If you'd like to stay for a little while longer in your Shavasana, you're more than welcome to. Just hit pause. Otherwise, follow me. Let's begin to wiggle those fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, bending the knees and bending the elbows. And then whenever you're ready, just roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. And just take your time here. We're trying not to disturb that peace, yet carrying that peace with us into the rest of our day. And then whenever you're ready, just extend that top leg using your top arm to press yourself to a nice comfortable seated position. Resting your hands onto your knees, letting those palms face up for the mudra of receiving. And let's just take a moment to breathe, lifting spine up out of the pelvic bowl, tuck the tail, belly button to the spine. Shoulders are up, back, and down, chin is tucked. Let's take a deep breath in and a big sigh. One more time. And a big relieving sigh out. Wonderful job. Inhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Set the intentions for the rest of your day. So what are you carrying with you beyond your practice? And what are you going to continue to cultivate well beyond your physical practice? And once you've set that intention, send the energy down, grounding it into the earth. Send it all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation as those palms touch, hands, heart center. Sealing this space with our mantra. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be filled with love. May all beings throughout time and space be happy, be healthy, be peaceful, be filled with love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Wonderful job. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It is always such an honor to guide you. I really appreciate your time and your energy, and I cannot wait to see you back here for day 25 of the 75 Hard Yoga Challenge. All right, until next time, same mat, new challenge. Namaste.